All right, fans of The Voice, I know here in the Wabash Valley, we have our favorite this season. It's Dek of Hearts. The D in Dek of Hearts is Dylan John, the E, Emily Clapp, and the K, Kollin Bailey. And they join us today. We are so happy to welcome you all to Good Day Live. Welcome.
Good
Hey,
morning.
thank you. Good morning.
Well, we are so excited for the season that we've seen so far, and most recently with that mic drop from Niall Horan, that new feature giving viewers now the chance to vote on an artist to perform at the Rose Bowl parade. What was that moment like for you all?
Yeah, I think that moment was pretty pivotal for us. Going into it, I mean, we knew that it was coming up, but I didn't think that we thought that we were going to get it. So when it happened and we beat out our partner, Kaylee, one of our good friends, we were getting ready to walk off the stage, and he hit the button, and I just couldn't believe it. I don't know about you guys.
It was unreal.
You know, you talk about that, and you just said one of our good friends. I have to think through the course of this, you do make friends with these other artists along the way, don't you?
Yeah, we just had a huge Friendsgiving at our house last night with all of our voice contestants friends from the show. So yeah, we've created some wonderful friends out of the experience.
I'm going to go back to the audition if you don't mind, because I want to talk about that four-chair turn and the reactions. You know, you hear the greats like Snoop Dogg being like, you know, hee-haw and yee-yaw and just giving you guys all the love. What was it like in that moment as you launched your voice moment?
Yeah, totally. Well, before we walked up on stage, we just prayed together and asked the Lord to just give us one chair. I mean, that's all you need to get on the show. And so we said that prayer, and we walked out and we saw our families side stage, and we waved to them, and you're just filled with adrenaline and nerves, and you hope to make your family proud, but also your hopeful future coach. And so, yeah, we hit the ground running, and it felt like it was just within seconds that all of them were turned around looking at us. And in that moment, we knew that we just to lock in and just put on the best show that we could. And so once we saw everyone, I felt like some of the nerves kind of went away, and we really could just be ourselves and just put on a heck of a show for them.
In that moment when you crushed the Queen of Country as she fell to the ground, I was like, oh my gosh, what have they done? But honestly, how's it been working with Niall Horan?
Niall is amazing, seriously. Sorry, Dylan, do you want to say anything?
Don't be sorry. I was just gonna say one thing that he's told us is it's been super helpful depending on like who needs to lead a song, whoever does it best, and that's been some pretty valuable information for us. But go ahead, Emmy.
Totally, yeah. I know. I was just going to say that he was obviously a part of one of the most legendary boy bands of literally of all time, and so he knows what it is like on and off stage with group dynamics and group relationships, and so he's given us great insight on harmonies and song choice, and he really has been such an encouraging just force of good for us.
Yeah, and it's crazy that now we can call these icons like our friends. I mean, Niall, I mean, I'm so giddy when Niall messages us, but it's so awesome that he's believes in us, and I feel like he's instilled some confidence in this group that we didn't have. You know, with us just being together a little under 2 years, I think there was a little bit of imposter syndrome through this process, and he has, I feel like, instilled some confidence in us as a group to just show us that we have what it takes, which is been so well received by especially our hometowns.
And speaking of those hometowns, Emily, you know we're not going to let you get away without talking about your time spent here in Terre Haute and all of the performances at Terre Haute North High School. But you know, there are young people out there who see you and think, she's living her best life. What do you say to them here in the Terre Haute area, those young artists who want to follow their dreams?
Oh my goodness, yes. I would just say that I never expected in a million trillion years that I would have ever, one, been in a country trio, and two, literally ever gone on a show called like The Voice or like any of those out there. But seriously, just through God's grace and just like provision in my life and my parents' encouragement, I moved to Nashville after COVID, and I was completely lost and I had no idea what I was doing. And seriously, by no coincidence at all, Kollin was one of the first people I met at Tribeca, and I was the first student that he met at Tribeca. And we just happened to run into each other, and seriously, it was just it was just wonderful from then on out, and I wouldn't have been the person I am today without the guidance of obviously my parents. They were phenomenal singers my entire childhood, and always pushed me to sing, and if that's what I wanted to do, they never told me no. But also people like Michelle Azar and other choir teachers in my life that I mean, she gave me a lead role when I was a freshman, and I beat out seniors, and she told me I could do it and instilled the confidence in me, and then trained me so that I could do it well. And yeah, she gave me the confidence from when I was so little and completely undeserving. I had no idea how to sing at that point in my life, but she made it feel like I could. And so, yeah, I think about moments like that all the time. Even when I was on the show, I was like, I know those people in my life would be so proud of me right now.
Well, and they're all watching, and they're all voting, and they're going to be voting, of course, and making a difference for Dek of Hearts. You know, you made a point there about where you ended up and how you ended up there, and I'm a firm believer God put you where you're supposed to be. I think the three of you were supposed to be exactly where you are, and I think that the future is so bright for you all. I think of Girl Named Tom, Swan Brothers, other groups that have come from this show and where they've gotten. So my final question would be to you all, no matter what, win or lose or however it goes at this point, where do you see yourselves down the road?
Playing music. We're releasing new music at the beginning of this year, and we feel so grateful to have all the new fans that we have from the show. And our kind of call out to people right now is on Monday we vote for that mic drop moment, so we would so appreciate everyone voting for us, and then we head into playoffs. But we see ourselves continuing to do what we're doing, just an extension of the show, continuing writing music, continuing playing, and we would love to see everybody at a show coming soon.
And as we wrap, you are coming to the Wabash Valley. Give them the name and the place where you're going to be, Emily.
February 7th, we're going to be at the Ritz Theater in Rockville, Indiana, and we hope you guys all come out for it. It's going to be a family-friendly event. It's wonderful. It's going to be singer-songwriter vibes, storytelling, lots of laughs. We hope you bring everyone you know.
We'll be there on February 7th, and we'll be voting for you all once the voting begins. Congratulations, much success to the Dek of Hearts. See y'all later.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye.